Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, August 12th, 2018. So, where is the sun? There is the sun. I just watched the launch of the Parker Solar Probe. The Parker Solar Probe was launched on top of a Delta IV Heavy rocket, so this is a super crazy, massive, insane rocket where they just basically strap 3 Delta IV rockets together and then they launched this entire thing into space, and that's crazy. That's just insane when you see the dimensions of this space launch system. That's insane. That's super insane, and yeah, they needed this power in order to launch the Parker Solar Probe on its trajectory to the sun, because this thing will explore the sun and will orbit through the corona of the sun in order to gain more information, gain more insights about into the structure of the sun and how solar wind works and all the sciencey stuff, and that's super cool. So yeah, finally I did something space related again. This was good. This was really awesome. Especially the launch time was pretty convenient for me living in Germany, because the launch occurred 9:33 or so a.m. This was the perfect time to watch the launch while eating breakfast. So yeah, had some coffee, had some cereals, and was watching the launch. So this was cool. This was really amazing. I was a little bit confused at first. As I said, they want to orbit the sun, because when we look back at our Kerbal Space Program experience, then yeah, if you launch something into space and you want to get to the sun, you basically have this very egg-shaped orbit, this elliptical orbit, because you start at the Earth, which orbits around the sun, and then you get down to the sun, and so you have basically this super elliptical orbit. But later on they explained that okay, they plan to do some Venus flybys, and each flyby they will lose some momentum, and basically they will use the planet to slow down the spacecraft, and as a result of this the orbit around the sun will get closer and closer. And so I think at the start they have an orbit, or they complete an orbit every 6 months or so, and as they continue to slow down the spacecraft, they will reduce the time for an orbit to 4 months or so. So yeah, that's still super long time to orbit the sun, but it's interesting. It's super interesting. That's super cool to gain some more insights into the sun's structure. Also, it's super interesting because I mean the sun is a star, and so we have the chance to learn more about stars by just analyzing our sun. So that's interesting. That's super cool, and I was super excited about the launch. Minecraft, please. So what is now going on, Minecraft? Please. I really hope they fix this issue soon. I have no clue. I have no clue what is causing all the time this frame drop, but yeah. Huh? What was this? What was this craziness? What is going on, Minecraft? And huh? This was weird. Super weird. What exactly is going on? Okay, horse. I think this takes a little bit longer. I think they did something wrong with the 1.13 updater. So I really hope they will fix this, because this was weird. I'm not quite sure how even this has happened, but okay. I need a new shovel, so let's get a new shovel. Very nice. And continue to remove our concept of a boat. I think I will try to implement such a thing now in the water and hope that it will look good, because yeah, last time we determined that without water we can't really assess if the thing looks good or bad or so. And so let's remove this concept and move over to a body of water to do this. Speaking of body of water, I like to do another expedition soon, because I really like to see some more biomes. I haven't experienced a frost biome, a winter biome. This is a thing I like to change. Also, I like to explore some of those new ocean biomes, and yeah, there are so many interesting things I like to see. So I like to start another expedition, and I will connect this expedition with another goal I will reveal in just a second. But first, let's continue to talk about the Parker Solar Probe. So this thing launched at 9:30. Perfect time, really perfect time. Enjoying breakfast while watching this Delta IV rocket shooting into the sky. Super cool. And yeah, about 45 minutes after liftoff, the solar probe was released. So it took them only 45 minutes to send this thing on its journey out to the sun. So this is all the time crazy. This is all the time what really amazes me and impresses me about spaceflight, when you think about, okay, what can I do as a simple person in 45 minutes? What can I do as a simple person in 9.5 minutes, or whatever it takes astronauts with the Soyuz spacecraft to get into an orbit around the Earth? I mean, it just takes them 9 minutes or so until they reach orbit, and that's also insane. And then they come to the realization, well, in 10 minutes I can enjoy a fast breakfast or so. But when trying to travel in 10 minutes, I don't get that far. I mean, on foot I might get 10 minutes. When running, a little bit less than 5 minutes for a kilometer. So yeah, let's say I'm slow. When running, I get 1 kilometer 5 minutes, or well, 9 minutes and 4.5 minutes for a kilometer is a good time. I can do this. So I would get 2 kilometers on foot, while they are in orbit. They are hundreds, well, 100, 200 kilometers altitude, and yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy when you think about this. So, oh man. Yeah, what do I like to do? We do have this map of the near vicinity of our area, and I like to have another map which is much larger, which has a much smaller scale. Smaller scale, larger scale? When things are smaller, is then the scale larger, or is the scale smaller? Whatever it is, I basically like to have the thing where I see the most on one map, basically. And yeah, I like to do this, and while I explore this, I hopefully will encounter some of those new biomes. I'm not quite sure where I will install this map. Maybe this is a perfect spot for the cave. I still like to do something with the cave. So let's get to the cave and see if this would be maybe a good place to install such a map. I don't want to do it on the outside. I think this would look weird, and then I would finally have something for the cave. So let's see how large this thing is. We have soon sunset. So maybe maybe before I will go to the cave, let's take another look at the water we have nearby to see if we find maybe a good spot for our ship or so. Yeah, Parker Solar Probe, super interesting. Also, they have a super cool concept. They have, of course, a heat shield on the front of the spacecraft, because otherwise the spacecraft wouldn't survive the heat of the sun and the pressure of the sun. And this thing will be, of course, all the time facing towards the sun, will be super hot. And because they are so close to the sun, they will have only a small piece of the solar panels looking out of the heat shield, and the solar panels are water cooled. So this is also a cool concept. They have some a water cooling system, and this ensures that the solar panels aren't overheating, and so only a small part of the solar panel will look out of the... Okay. This is too muddy, this water. It would be cool to have a ship down here. Well, maybe I can do this, because then you get down there and you look directly on the ship. I think this could look really cool. At first I thought about building a ship in this direction, and at some point I also need to fix this, because this is still a little bit weird that we have this weird overhang there. But that's for a future time or so. And yeah, so I was saying something about... Oh yes, only a small part of the solar panel will look out of the heat shield, and this is enough to generate enough electricity, because it's so close by, it's so near to the sun, that of course it will be super bright, and that's cool. Speaking of the launch again, so 45 minutes, and they had 3 stages. Of course, at first the central core booster, the 2 strap-on booster, then the core booster. So when you get down here, you would look into this direction, and then having a ship here could be interesting. This could be really a cool place for a ship. For a ship. Let's check out the other part where I was thinking about having a ship. And yeah, then the upper stage that already raised the apoapsis, the apogee point of the orbit, to, well, quite far. I'm not quite sure if the second stage accelerated the spacecraft already on escape velocity, but then they had the third stage. The third stage was something new. I think it was even a solid propellant second stage, or having a ship there. I think this would also be cool. But that's interesting that they used a solid propellant third stage to finally send the spacecraft on its journey. Yeah, I think this would be even better to have the ship there, somewhere around there. I think this would be cool. Yeah, let's build the ship there, and then we can see if we like it or if we dislike it. Where would be interesting? Maybe there. Let's place a pillar of dirt there to mark the spot, and then we can evaluate if it looks good or bad or so. So yeah, this is just a super exciting mission and super cool mission, and I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited to hear how the thing is going on and what comes out of this science project. There was some confusion in the middle of the launch. Well, not confusion, but they had some dropouts of the data, as they were as the third stage started its burn, and so they had to see if the sequence of event that occurred was correct, or if the thing just exploded or so. But yeah, it was fun. It was super interesting. So yeah, finally space news. exploring the solar probe. It's, by the way, the fastest spacecraft, because they had to accelerate it to such a high speed to get down to the sun. I mean, that's another thing you see in Kerbal Space Program. When you try to reduce the periapsis to the sun, you have to put in a lot of effort, a lot of energy in order to do so. And yeah, I think this would be the perfect spot for a ship. Maybe even a little bit more to the deeper part, because over there the ship would be pretty shallow. So I think I need to improve this a little bit, or I need to change a little bit the position. But ooh, I thought now I dropped down here. This would have been bad. So yeah, cool things indeed. Right. Last time, Wednesday, I talked about, well, soon we will get confirmation whether the paper gets accepted or not, and it got accepted, so that's cool. The paper project we had some time ago, end of June, got accepted. So yeah, now I have another paper. The only bad thing is, well, they're not really bad thing, but the reviews were good, but they raised some or they identified some things or some improvements for our paper. And yeah, now for the camera ready version, the version that gets published and that everyone can read, we have to implement those suggestions, or at least some of them. And yeah, the camera ready version is due August 18th, I guess. So yes, I do have a week left, but there's also the deadline for the submission of other papers, 2 papers that is, on August 15th. And well, those papers have to be polished because they are not accepted. This means, I basically have 3 deadlines at once in the same week. And yeah, I don't know how I shall survive this. I don't know how I shall survive this craziness with all those deadlines, with all this time pressure, things to do, things to implement, things to realize, things to polish. Our paper even was super full, so as we submitted it, we were at the point that, okay, 1 additional word and we have too many pages. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I shall do this. This is really another challenge. So I was thinking about having this map thing maybe down here as the secret chamber, because this is also connected to exploration with all the lava pools and being down here at the bedrock layer. So I think this is a perfect explorer's place, and I think it would be super cool. We can have a quite large map with this height. We can have a 1, 2, 3, 4 4x4 map. So this would be quite an extensive map, which is cool, which is super nice. And yeah, I think this would be a good spot to finally use this gigantic cave, and maybe to polish it at some point. But first, I of course like to do this expedition and see how. I think it will take some time because the map then is super small, so I can explore a lot. I can really explore a lot. Also, I like to have at some point a map that just shows everything we have here, so that we have a good overview over the home area. This would be also cool. But yeah, so paper got accepted, that's cool. The second not so cool thing about the paper, well, it's just a super minor problem. I thought the conference where the results have to be presented is a normal conference, well, not a normal conference, but it's a conference taking place on a weekday. But no, it's taking place on Saturday and Sunday. So, well, I have a super long week then. That's bad. That's really sad. I mean, it would have been cool to, yeah, let's have this thing during the week and everything is fine. I don't have to be at the office. But no, now it's taking place on a weekend. Oh dear, why? Just why? I should have checked this before submitting the paper and then just saying, nope, I'm out. Wait, I need to see what my kelp is doing before we have sunset and evil guys start to spawn. This would be bad. So yeah, that's another thing. That's really another thing where I think, okay, but well, it is what it is, and at least it's super cool that it got accepted, because that's quite a prestigious conference. So that's nice. That's really a nice outcome. I'm happy. I'm pleased. And yeah, so the next days will be insane as well. As I said, some where's my shears? Where are my shears? Some 2 papers need to be submitted Wednesday, or well, to be more specific, because I use this anywhere on Earth time. This means it's Thursday 1 p.m. or so my time. So basically I have another half a day or so. So that's good, but still it's super stressful to get everything ready. And yeah, the next few days will be insane, I guess. I really hope that everything will work out well, and that we get this thing out, or that I get both things out. Yesterday I polished the one thing, and it's already looking good. It's already making good progress. I think I'm close to the point that I can say, okay, that's now good enough. I'm happy with it. So I just have to do some minor improvements today, and then I'm okay with it, I guess. So no, get up. Ooh. So yeah, this will be a thing for today. Also, I might try today to continue, or to start implementing those things for the camera ready version. I think this would be also a good thing to do. So yeah, it's not a good weekend. It's a pretty busy weekend, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So I just have to accept it, that so many things have to be done right now. But yeah, it really contributes to the thing where I say, well, I need a break. I really need a break. I need to relax a bit. I need to do something else. And yeah, no end in sight. Also, the one thing I already talked about last time, I think I will be super sad when this one paper for August 15th is finished, because I really enjoy the teamwork, the collaboration, and yeah, I think when this project is over, I will be sad that it's over, because yeah, it's a lot of fun. And so yeah, that's always the case. Things that are fun are suddenly over, and things that aren't fun follow you your entire life, or so. I don't know, that's a bad comparison. But yeah, so we found a place for the ship. We just have to build it. We have a new expedition mine, which will be super cool, I think. Dang it. Because yeah, exploring is all the time fun, and having a new map is super cool. It will be a larger map than this one, because this is just a 3x3 map, whereas this other one will be a 4x4 map, and it's much smaller scale, so that's cool. And yeah, then I also need a map that basically just shows this area, or maybe even the lighthouse. So maybe, I think the lighthouse is somewhere around here. So maybe this area. This would be cool. I think this is a thing I can do soon. So yeah, with that, we are at the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me next time. In this case, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Sebbi. See you!